Uh-oh, are we dancing in? You guys gotta dance in with us.
Dancing.
Yeah. Hey, welcome. Chick Chat.
KC in the house.
In the house. You got a drink? And we're doing cheers. Cheers, everybody. Welcome. Can you hear the music? It's just starting to get going. You can't turn it off until you guys are dancing. For real. In the comments, tell me if you're dancing and where you're joining us from in the dance zone.
Dance Party USA.
What's your name? Say hello. Somebody gave us a heart. Thank you, whoever gave us a heart. If you could, subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page and share this out to your friends. Let them know that on every Tuesday night, we're having a good time. We're talking about stuff. Hey, Caitlin. Hey. Hello, Caitlin. Hello, Michael. P-Town in the house. Woo-hoo. Hey, Nora. Yorktown in the house.
Come on, Casey.
Come on, Casey. Where are you at? Oh, there. Well, she's in Yellowstone, so I don't know. Does she count?
She counts as Casey.
Oh, really? Oklahoma, really? Right?
Hi,
y'all. Yeah, Yorktown representing. All right. If you guys have a drink with us, cheers with us. And I got my Kentucky Derby. Oop, there we go. Cheers. Whoops. I have to say cheers. So.
Cheers. All right.
Cheers. Okay, I'll turn off our obnoxious music now. Bam.
Thank you. That's
Bam.
Good.
So we have an exciting anniversary. We do. We got to show you. We do. Look. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Yay! We are Facebook friends. Yes, we're both blonde. I'm still blonde. It's our 3-year anniversary. Happy anniversary, Heather.
Happy anniversary. And our first date was at Jazz.
Yes, we had a first date at the Green Lady. It was fun. Oh, okay. Technically. Oh, good. Hey, Lester. Lester from Livingston, Virginia. I think he said I was around there somewhere earlier this weekend. So we have 2 topics tonight, which are similar, but we're going to talk about friendship. And that's why it's our 3-year anniversary friendship. What's really cool about our story is we didn't know each other when we were Facebook friends. We were Facebook friends before we ever met each other. And
we had a mutual friend who said, you guys are posting the same stuff every day. You should be friends. So we did.
Yeah. Good old Savannah. Thank you, Savannah. So, yep. She said, you two need to be friends. You know stuff. So, hey, Matt. Nice to see ya.
Hey.
Here's to you. Yes. So, friendship sometimes can start in all different ways. And ours started in social media. And we were looking at each other's stuff going, oh, we both must be coming out of or in a similar season. And that's the other thing that we're going to talk about tonight is connections and seasons and how friendships and connections have different seasons in your life. You know, I thank God that she is still my friend, even though now we have miles apart. Hi, Charles. Thanks for joining us. Aloha.
What's up, Coach?
Oh, is that your coach?
He's part of my BTBY movement. He's my Ohana.
Your Ohana. That's awesome. Don't you have to do something like that or something at Ohana? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I knew there there's a thing. So, right. So he's your coach. And like Matt, who's on here, I would say, I mean, we're friends. We've met each other on social media. We've never met each other in person, and we're a good connection, right? So, I mean, all of y'all. Yep. And Nora, and no, there's a Nora and her Ohana.
Hang loose.
That's awesome. Blessed every day. That's awesome. So welcome, you guys. So some of you guys are our friends and some of you are our connections, right? So and some of you are both. So
Right.
it's really funny. It's really funny. Before we started, I usually have lights that go across the back. And a couple weeks ago, the line got severed, right? And right before I was on here tonight, I was trying to connect the two together to make it light up again. And I didn't get the connections just right. I didn't get the conduit to work. It didn't work tonight. So, I mean, and I think that's funny. I was thinking about that. I was like, that's funny. I'm trying to, going to talk about connection, and then I'm trying to connect this electrical circuit, and it wasn't working. And sometimes our connections light us up and connect and make us electrified, and then some of our connections don't line up and make us electrified, right? They don't light us up. So, I mean, you have to decide for you, what do you do about that? What connections do you have that light you up? And I like to have that positive energy around me. And I know most of these people on here who have said hi are a positive energy, Yeah. And that's important in your life, is to have those connections, but it's also important to have those valuable and precious friendships, and sometimes people are put in your path, for a season or in a reason.
Right.
A friend of mine, she used to say, I could be your friend for a season, a reason, or a lifetime.
See, I always say a season, a reason, or a lesson.
Or a what? You're frozen up. Huh? Say that again.
I like to say a season, or reason, or a lesson.
Or a lesson.
That's some good. People, I mean, it kind of goes along with reason, but still, there's sometimes people are simply put in your life to teach you a lesson.
That's right. That's right. If Matt, people who like tacos light him up. Well, it is Taco Tuesday.
It is Taco Tuesday.
Who's having a taco tonight? And what kind?
I think I might after this.
I know. I don't have one either. Man, I don't have a taco. That gives me some FOMO. No taco, give me no FOMO.
I think I may go get tacos when this is over.
That's right. Positivity over negativity. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
he speaks Hawaiian.
You know what's cool? I sometimes think it's good to have a negative connection, don't you? I mean, like you're saying, a lesson, like those types of friendships or acquaintances or connections, they do teach you something. They teach you boundaries.
Pork Chop Tuesday.
Pork Chop Tuesday in Florida. Really, Pork Chop Tuesday?
Yeah. I mean, I think that, obviously, yes, every relationship is going to teach you. There's a reason. It's for me, it's more about I don't focus much on those. I kind of let them come and go as they're supposed to. But the ones that are alike, the ones that are like Coach, like there's some people you just meet them and instantly you just know. That's right. Like he's my Ohana, we're family, and he's always got my back. He'll say we talk story, and we do. It's like when I'm down, I know I can call him, and he's going to talk me through it. And he's been going through some stuff, and I've been there for him, and that's what it's about. For me, that's where I focus my energy.
Right. That's right. Well, and Kim, I'm going to focus on Kim for a moment because she is she's not my old friend, but she's my friend for the longest. You're not old, Kim, but she has been a friend of mine since my kids were little. and we lived next to each other, and we were kind of the, we are so totally opposite, but totally, we totally match each other. It's a yin and yang thing. It really is. Like she gives me a different perspective, and it's so good, because I wouldn't think that way, and I wouldn't have a perspective like that. So, oh yeah, look at. She thought I sold drugs. Yeah, I was like, oh no, she's not telling that. Release the poison from within. Yes. No, I actually thought she was just going to beat me up. But besides that, I thought, oh, I'm not going to mess with her. She's going to beat me up, So I'm like this, foo-foo girly girl. And then she grew up with all brothers. And so, she had a different perspective than me,
Well, isn't that funny? Because like with Carla, I mean, we've been friends for 30 years, and she's kind of quiet. I'm loud, and she we're kind of the opposite. We're a lot alike, but our personalities are very different. But it works. She keeps me a little bit. She reels me in a little bit, and brings the calm.
Look at her. Sandy was a
snob. Oh,
Sandy was a snob. Now, okay, that is not fair. I'm just going to tell you why. So I thought Sandy was a snob. So I thought I lived in a mobile home. Okay. I can't be that snobby in my trailer. All right. My 14 by 75 trailer. I don't think I could be that snobby. Just saying. Okay.
Well, I mean,
cheers on that. Cheers. Here. Cheers. Did you ever live in a trailer?
I did. My first marriage. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Nothing wrong with it. PVC, you take a little bit of PVC pipe and some duct tape and you're good. You fix everything on your trailer.
My mom used to always sing that every time she would come to visit, she would sing that Sandy Kershaw, Queen of My Double Wide Trailer.
Oh, now she's laughing. Yeah. She had the nicer trailer, by the way. Okay. Just going to say. Okay. She had the garden tub and the bay window. All right. I'm just saying.
Okay. All right. I see y'all. So back to our topic of, wait, what did Carla say?
Carla. Oh, there we go. People thought I was a snob because I was quiet. Yeah.
I kind of did think that the first time. But I mean, I was 19. She was 20, 21. But yeah, she's just very quiet. So I did kind of like, okay, she's not even talking. But here we are, 30 years later.
Right. Same here. Here. So I mean, we're not at 30. We're at 25-ish or something like that.
Well, isn't that funny though how that works? How you become lifelong. The ones that you think will never last because we're just so different. We think differently, blah, blah, blah. And then they're the ones that are lifetime.
That's right. See, you guys showed up. It's perfect. Carla and Kim. See that?
I know.
It's perfect. Y'all showed up.
And then you think that the ones that are like you, that will be, oh, this is my ride or die. And they a year later, it's like, what was her name?
Right. Yeah. Well, again, it's because, sometimes it's for a lesson, like you were saying. Instead of a lifetime, it was a lesson. I noticed that my party friends are not my forever friends. My friends that I probably would say were my party friends, haven't been my true blue friends.
Well, because let's be honest, when that's all you do, it's a very it's not a very deep relationship.
No.
There's not much to know each other because it's always loud. It's a very superficial relationship. However, we both know people that's all we know them from, and they're still great people. You just don't ever get the depth in the relationship because you can't have conversation.
Right. Those deep conversations are very important. Shallow connection. Yep, Amanda. Again, Amanda is my hairstylist. So.
And again, Amanda, I'm wearing a hat.
Okay, so he said not true.
Okay, not true how? Expand, please.
Okay. So, I mean, party friends are good for, like you said, I mean, I don't know. Are they gonna last for a lifetime, Amanda's sweet.
They might, but they're always going to stay at that level for the most part. I mean, the reason you and I got to deeper levels because we also had times where we weren't out. We might be at your house or my house or whatever, and we got to have those conversations, and then we were out.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So let's see. My ride or dies are my party friends. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if that's what y'all do in common, I mean, I guess that could be true if that's all you do in common, or if that's what you guys go do for entertainment, I guess you would say.
That's not been my experience.
Not mine either, but we're open to all perspectives. So, right. For you guys, maybe that's the truth.
I can only speak from my own personal experience.
Yeah.
If I call my party friends at 2 a.m. with a flat tire, they're going to have to give me an Uber. They're
going to get you an Uber. Maybe shallow isn't the right word. Well, I think it's more, that isn't all we do. Okay. Well, so.
Yeah, so that's different.
So maybe you're categorizing it as they're your party friends, maybe.
Yeah. I have very specific
perspective.
Party people.
Yeah.
I've known them for 3 years and I don't know much about them other than what I see on Facebook, and there's just not been. There's just not been a lot of depth to those relationships.
Yeah.
I would say some of those people, like with Coach, I know more about Coach than I do some of the people I've been partying with for 3 years. Because we've had those conversations.
So a conversation. So do you think that that's what brings that relationship into a deeper level is just by having a conversation?
I think that's where it starts. And then I think it's, it branches out depending on it over time as people go through things or, Coach has lost a lot of people in the last year. And
yeah, sorry about that, Charles.
You know me, Coach. I can relate to that.
Yes.
And then that brings that closeness.
Yeah. Real friends are the first to step outside the box and then never remember it. Yeah. I'm not sure what she means by that, but it's okay. Yeah.
I'm not sure either.
I'm not sure. You need to expound on that, Kim.
Yeah.
I need
explain.
Not unless she's talking about Walmart. She might be talking about Walmart.
Well, and like Coach says, the energy. There's a certain energy with people that you just are attracted to that. Your energies match. Sometimes with people, I can tell right away our energies do not match.
Yeah.
And I'm out. Like, good luck to you. Peace out. Not doing it.
Well, I mean, I think that's good that you can do that. I think sometimes we can be weak, and I mean, I used to just allow. I had a different mindset. I allowed everybody in my inner circle because I thought, well, if they just get to know me, or if we share our story, or I hear theirs, they hear mine, that somehow it's going to help them or connect them. But that's not always the truth, right? You can actually get hurt by that. Oh, well, I mean, they step out of their comfort to help someone and never throw it back at a person. They just forget it.
Yeah.
Yes,
I know that I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same. Thought was the right thing to do. No, codependent. Exactly, Amanda. Exactly. Yeah. I used to think that I was a good friend. And then at the end of everything, I realized I was a codependent friend. If you're the friend that everybody comes to, but when you're at the end of the day, you don't have anybody, you're a codependent, most likely. Likely you're doing some codependent things.
Well, I'm pretty sure that you and I became friends right about the time that I was reading that book. When I said, I'm a little codependent, and I think I called you and went, oh boy, we have some
codependent no more.
Right. And I've done the work and I'm no longer, but yeah, I was just totally like, sure, let me just come on in.
Yes.
You know? And now
right.
I'm very
because
aware.
I think that in and for me, it was in a faith way that I thought that I needed to help my brother or sister, like I was always going to help somebody. It says to lay your life down for your brother or your sister, right? So I was always laying my life down, but I wasn't recognizing that I was doing it in an unhealthy way and that it was actually toxic to me and for them. Because when you, oh yeah, Nora, yes, she sees energies. And I think that's great. I wish I had that gifting to be able to see that on people. I can tell, I have discernment and can tell somebody's spirit, but I don't see any colors. But you know, you can have a toxic relationship. I mean, you can have a toxic friendship, and not recognize that for a while. If you're the one always giving and they're taking and it's never
Right.
vice versa, then that's a big clue that you're in a toxic friendship. And I know the periods of time I've been toxic. I'm not sure it would all be toxic if those people didn't take advantage. That's right. I mean, what's awesome, like I can say for even Nora I've known for a while, and Kim I've known forever. Her and I both have been in places, where, we looked at each other and went, she is a good friend. And I'll tell you why. She was the only friend that ever wrote me a letter breaking up with me. She is a friend. She wrote me a letter and said, I don't agree with what's happening with you. And I need to end the friendship for right now. And honestly, that was tough. And Kim, I hope you don't mind if I brought that up, but that is a true friend. Somebody who will say, listen, I don't know who you are right now. And I don't want to be in your world at the moment, until you can figure that out, and I think that, because what's good about her is she knew that if, because of some things, if you net people and they don't let them fall and drop to the bottom, they can't bounce back up. So you need to let them fall. If you're codependent with somebody and you keep saving them, they're never going to fall. They're not going to hit their bottom and they can't bounce back up on their own, or with God's help,
And I think that there's a fine line between that. And I know you and I both in the last 3 years have hit our rock bottom and we bounced back, but I feel like you have to have those friends that let you fall, but still hold your hand while you do it. And it's a very fine line between that and being codependent and toxic.
Yeah. 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 I mean, was I upset that she did that to me? And was I in disbelief? Yes. I was very hurt and in disbelief. Like, what is she talking about? But she knew she had to say those hard things. Sometimes it takes somebody to say hard things, and to be real with you. And that is your true friend. A true friend is somebody that's going to tell you the truth. They're not going to sugarcoat it. They're not going to continue the thing. And I never left her. And I knew that, I knew she was writing that letter for my own good. You recognize these things. I was definitely, cognizant of that. It's just that I was on a spiral, and I needed to hit that bottom so that I could make my way back up.
Sometimes you have to hit rock bottom so you can see who the rock is at the bottom.
That's right. That's right. So I didn't know we were going to go so deep so quickly. Holy moly.
We always do somehow. Okay, light it up. Let's light it up.
We're only 23 minutes in here and we're already like, bam. So, yeah. So
okay. So when you we'll kind of go off into a little bit into like the friendship part of it now. When you're looking, what do you look for in friendships? Like, how do you decide who's a friend, an acquaintance, like the steps?
Well, mine is relativity. Mine is relational. So if I can't, but the problem is I'm an extrovert. Okay. And I could walk up to anyone and relate with them about something, about anything, practically, just practically. Even if I didn't experience something, I know somebody who did, or, my sister went through this. I'm quick to discern people's where they're at in life, right? I'm quick to that. I don't know what that would be called except for discernment, but I look for a friendship, like that's just connecting. Like that's the difference between the friendship and connecting. So connecting is finding a common perspective, common point, whatever. A friendship that what I look for in a friendship is, am I going to enjoy, doing an activity with you and us having, go to dinner and have a conversation? Yes. I mean, that's what I look for. Somebody that I can connect with in conversation, and, and somebody that brings out that positive energy in me, like I need that, positivity. So yeah.
Well, and for me, I think that to go back to the different levels. What, Coach?
Yeah, they're still on the other side. We see there's a 20-second delay. So we've already, when we move on, sometimes they're still commenting, just to let you know. So, meaning you have to feel what drowning is like. I like that. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So for me, we go back to the party friends. To me, those people are more acquaintances. And for me, my friends are my go-to, my deep conversation, my, the people that I can get very authentic and vulnerable with. I call them my tribe, or in this case, my Ohana with Coach. But those are the people that they make it to a different level. But I'm definitely more about energy to let them to that level. Like, I don't just let everybody in there.
Right. And I like Kim's perspective here. It says, I don't think you really decide. I think God puts certain people in your life for a reason. Yes, he definitely connected us, Kim. Hundreds of reasons. Exactly. So, but I believe that, but I think that you have to recognize that, right? And then, I mean, you have to allow that friendship to grow, to get past that surface level. I mean, I misunderstood friendships for a long time. I thought acquaintances were friends. I didn't recognize what that was. And I didn't have, so growing up, my question to you, did you have a lot of friends?
No, because I moved so much. I moved every 2 years for the first till 7th grade. So I got to the point where by maybe 3rd grade, I just quit making friends, because what was the point? So I never really had a lot of friends. I would make a few, but then I didn't really make a lot of effort because I got tired of telling everybody goodbye.
Yeah.
So when I got to high school, though, I was never in one group, because I refused to be in one group if you had to ignore the other group. So I had friends in every, it's like Breakfast Club. I was part of all those groups, because I thought everybody in those groups had something to offer. Like,
right.
So I would never play by the rules of, if you're a part of this group, we don't associate with these people. Nah. So I did have a lot of friends in that sense, but I just never, I probably have more friends now than I've ever had in my entire life. More, and they're quality friends.
Right. Yeah, I think that goes. I was shy. I had 2 friends.
What's up, Tammy Tinsley?
Oh, hey there. So, I had 2 friends from kindergarten to 5th grade. So, because I was shy, I didn't say anything. I didn't say one word. Can you believe it?
Yeah, that's right, Coach. Coach kind of said the same thing. Your acquaintances, then friendship, then Ohana.
I know. I didn't know what Ohana meant. So
Ohana means family. Don't you watch Lilo and Stitch?
No.
Ohana means forever. No one left behind.
I don't know. Well, hi, Tammy. Nice to see you
Hi,
too.
Tammy.
Yeah, I had two, and and I'm not friends with them anymore because I moved away too. I started moving around, so
Yeah,
I have some high school friends that I'm still friends with.
I do too.
But we're not in we go in and out of the levels. I think
Right.
we go from acquaintance to good friends again, and then back and forth, I think. So
Yeah.
so Ahana means family. All right.
She
See, I'm
remembered.
sorry. No, I didn't know.
It's a
Now
great
I
movie.
know. Now, is he there locally in KC?
He will be, I think, coming soon, but he lives in California right now.
Oh, okay.
But I think he's still moving here in October, maybe.
Okay. I thought maybe he was from Hawaii. I don't know why I
I
thought
think he's
that.
originally from Hawaii, or he lived in Hawaii, or something like that.
There we go. Family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. Oh, I like that, Caitlin.
And Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch. Oh, okay. She learned at Lilo and Stitch. I didn't know. Got it. Bye, Kim. Thanks for joining.
Bye, Kim. Yeah, one of our favorite movies.
One of my besties. So yeah, I feel like friendships are important, and you can grieve friendships too. I've had to let go of friendships in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And that's hard, because like you're talking about, you had these deep conversations and you just really think that person's going to be in your life forever, I guess. You share your soul, so you think, okay, we've shared this, we've had this transactional thing of sharing our souls, and then when you're no longer friends, you can grieve that, can't you?
Yeah.
I grieve that. I grieve experiences that I had with some of the friends, and that's hard. It
It
can
is
be hard.
hard because especially when you have that friendship that you, like you said, you've opened up to them, you've had those, deep and vulnerable, hard topic conversations, and then they're like, "What did it mean anything to you?" Like it's almost like a breakup.
Yeah,
You have
it
to
really
divorce
is.
this person that you've been friends with for so long.
Yeah. Yeah. And like for me, I've worried about, I shared my secrets, like, okay, if that person isn't my friend anymore, are they going to, but I'm hoping that I made a connection with a friend, even though we're not still friends. I would hope that they would still have the integrity not to, share
Right.
my secrets. What about you guys? Guys have different levels of friendship sometimes, I think, but I don't know. Do you think women and men have different types of friendships, or, what do you think?
I'm not going to speak for the guys, but I think that from the conversations I've had with my guy friends, I think their friendships are changing. I think it's finally getting to where it's okay for them to get a little bit vulnerable, maybe not with each other, but maybe just their female friends. I don't know. I don't know if they're all sitting around talking about, their feelings and stuff, but I know that a lot of my guy friends over the last couple of years are becoming more comfortable getting into their feelings. And maybe that's just because I'm a female. I don't know. Like I said, I can't speak for guys.
Well, he said, hell yeah. So I think that means that they're different. Yes. So, I know that they always say, if you watch any, romantic comedy, they have the guy who meets the girl and then all the guy friends are, oh, we lost him. He's gone now. There he goes, Okay. There are only a few close friends and a lot of acquaintances. Okay. So guys have a couple of those, but then a lot of acquaintances.
Well, if you ever just look at the like Facebook comments between guys, it's very different. What's up, bro? Blah, 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 blah.
Well, I wonder, do they share their secrets with each other? Is my question. I wonder.
I don't think so.
Again,
I think it depends. Like, for example, I think Coach and some of the guys in our group, they probably do because they're different kinds. Okay, there's Coach.
There we go.
Oh. Yeah, that's not good.
Well, see.
Not
see. Okay, so
Rosie for hoes, dude. Come on. Just totally kidding.
Okay, so with some, yes, do you tell secrets and stuff? Okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a guy, so I don't know how they relate, I guess. Let's see. I've never lost friends. Any friends? Okay. They don't share secrets the way women do. They don't talk about private lives together. Yeah. They keep the well, yeah, isn't that interesting? I mean, I learned early on, I learned in my first marriage that you don't talk about your relationship issues with your friends, your girlfriends.
Because when you forget and forgive, they don't.
That's right. That and I tend to forget that sometimes. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Now I'm then I have to paint a light, and then they're like, oh, it sounds like you're defending them now. So you're like, it's a hard one. You don't talk about. I think it's not wise to talk about your personal relationships sometimes, depending on what friends, right? Like I figured that out. Like we don't all get in a big group and then start talking about our relationships, because that's bad, because like I said, you get your whole group of girls to be against whoever it is you're going out with or married to or whatever. And then it takes you a while to try to change their mind, like, hey, wait a minute, he's not that bad of a guy,
And also, have you ever noticed, though, if you're hanging out with a bunch of married Justin Bieber's, oh God, and Mama don't like you. There you go. That's my kid.
My mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. That's right.
But do you notice when you hang around a bunch of couples and one couple's fighting, by the end of the night you're all fighting and you don't even know why you're fighting? Yes. We used to have a couple that was always fighting, and we would leave and we're like, why are we mad? Like, because the women take her side and the men take his side. The next thing you know, all the couples are mad. Don't even have a clue why.
Well, it's almost like anxiety that spreads. Did you know anxiety is contagious? So, yeah. I mean, that discord, that it changes the energy, like we were talking about. It changes that positive, friendship connection. That did happen often. I mean, I hated that. Like by the end, especially if people were drinking alcohol, by the end of the night, it was always just bad.
Then tell their barbers everything.
I mean, they tell their barbers. Okay,
that makes sense, because I mean, we do the same thing.
Oh, so Thomas the barber Percy. I take it he's a barber then. Hello. All right. Well, men tell their barbers everything. Well, if Amanda's still on here, she knows that that's true too. She's a hairstylist.
Friends don't fish in the same pond. I agree. I agree, Coach. 100%. Yes.
Charles, you are correct. That's right. And I think I put that one up there. Just talk to private things. Hold your brother accountable. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I think that's for sure. I think that's right too.
Yes. I mean,
I do think that part of the problem is, as women, when men when they do start to get vulnerable, we don't know how to handle it sometimes. And then they're like, well, I'm not doing that again.
So that leads to my next question about friendships. Is it okay for women to have men friends and men to have women friends when they're in relationships? That's a question. That's for the audience. I want to hear your opinions.
I'm gonna get my butt to no.
I'm not. Huh?
I think no.
You can't have a male friend if you're in a relationship.
But if you're in a relationship, I don't feel like you should be going and meeting them alone, or you're just setting yourself up for either he has feelings about it or something happens. If you're going to have all my guy friends, if a man comes into my life and I'm in a relationship, we will not be one-on-one. My man will either be next to me, on the phone next to me, if I'm because I'm not trying to do all that. I'm not trying to, and that probably comes from being raised in church. I'm not going to lie. In fact, Caitlin will tell you, we just had a whole series about it. But there's a reason my pastor won't meet with me alone. His wife or somebody else is always in the room. People are crazy. And I don't want to go meet my guy friend who I find out suddenly really likes me all this time, and now he's jealous, and so he tells my man something that I can't defend.
Yep.
Yes, my man should trust me, but I just don't put myself in those situations. I just don't. I never have. When I was married, I didn't do it. when I was in a relationship after I got divorced, I didn't do it. I just don't.
Insecure people cannot handle it. Tina? To have friend, let's see. But we don't ever meet up. We text and talk a lot. Okay. To hear more. Agreed, Heather. Okay. So the respect that you give the person in the relationship is what is important. Yep. However, if you were to frame it like, hey, I have these male friends and I'm going to tell you that they're not a threat to our relationship, and you put that boundary up, no.
Okay, but here's the thing. I have a lot of male friends, and a lot of men will tell you they're not just friends with women without they've either wanted to or trying to or want to date that woman. Guys, tell me if I'm wrong. But guys don't just be friends with women for no reason. There's always a chance there as far as they're concerned.
Well, I mean, I'm from a church perspective too. I mean, I used to meet with men to talk to them about things, and I had to keep the door open, had to make sure, you know, that there were no closed doors, you know, anything like that. I had to give the half hug, you know what I'm talking about? The half hug.
Yeah.
You can't give a full on hug.
Yeah, you want to meet me for coffee or drinks, my man's coming too, and if that's a problem, you can't be my friend. Period.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. I mean, but so as long as your communication is open with the person that you're having a relationship with, then having those male friends still, you know, do you find that if you text them, I mean, do you have to tell that person that you're in a relationship every time you text that guy friend?
You probably don't have to. I think I do. I mean, I might just be like, hey, I'm just going to throw a name out there. He's not watching. Kevin texted me today. He was asking about such and such, or he was telling me, does he need to read every text? No, but I'm going to give him the cliff notes of our conversation just because, like I said, I respect my man first. So I don't know what his history is. I don't want to give, I know mine. I know that's something that wasn't happening. Come to find out, he was sleeping with his best friend's wife. But my man's respect and trust is always, my relationship will always come first. And if they don't have the same respect, then you can't be in my circle.
Well, I agree with you, but I'm just saying, what if that person already comes with some baggage of jealousy and trust issues into your relationship and says to you, sorry, Heather, I'm not comfortable with you being friends with those people anymore. What do you do?
Then if that's because of based on jealousy and they're not wanting to work on it or have any kind of open communication as they work on it, they have to go.
Okay.
Because that's an issue. That's a they issue, not a me issue. I can't fix that for you. Now,
right. That's why I was saying, I understand respecting someone.
Yeah. My conversation would be, okay, we'll use me. My past, I have been cheated on. It broke me. I've done the work. I could be triggered. I'm asking that as I let you live your life with your female friends, if I need you to give me some, you know, confirmation that we're in the right place, are you willing to do that? Yes, cool, let's go. No, I'm out. It's all about communication. At our age, everybody has baggage.
Everybody. So, everybody.
Are you willing to unpack it with me or not?
Right.
I mean, I've done the work for 3 years. My baggage has gone from a lot of suitcases to an overnight bag. But I still have an overnight bag. We're still working on
it. I might still have a small rolling suitcase. I'm not sure.
Well,
but I surely can get it down the stairs. I'm going to.
Today, I feel like it's an overnight bag. Next week, it might be a suitcase. I don't know.
Yeah, trust. Tina's like, that's definitely a red flag. Right. If that person, I mean, you don't meet a new person and these friendships that you've established for, you know, however long, you can't just go, I'm sorry, I'm going to get rid of all my friends before I met you. You know, that I think that's ridiculous. You know, if my lady friend stepped back and my lady friend,
that's been my experience. I mean, I haven't been in a relationship for 3 years.
Yeah, but what if what if the lady friends or the guy friends don't like who you're dating? What kind of influence is that? That's a hard one, isn't it? I mean, we're talking about friendships and connections. I mean, it's real, the real.
I think it's going to depend on which friend it is. Because I have an indicator. I know I think of my guy friends really want me to. They're still holding hope that someday, which is not going to happen. But if they're the friends that are telling me, "Oh, he's not good," like
did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that in the back?
I'm on to you. No, but if it's those guys, then I'm gonna not take as much to heart because.
Well, how much influence do you think your friends should have in your relationship anyway?
Not much. I mean, do I listen to him anyway? Not most of the time.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Say you okay. Scenario. Not that
don't be calling me out on the show, Katie.
So, scenario. Not that it's happened to me or not. Maybe disclaimer. Anyhow, scenario. You're really liking this dude or girl, and your friends are like, "Whoa, we see something different than you see." How much influence is that in your relationship? I mean, do you listen? Because I've gotten burned by not listening before.
Same.
That. So that's the key, is to get the balance of that. I mean, putting up boundaries with the new relationship is really what's going to show you. It's going to flesh it out, I think. Don't you think? I mean,
yeah, and I think that again, it's going to depend on which friend. So if it's Carla, and I know Carla is level-headed and she sees things in a totally different way, then I'm probably going to listen to her. If it's someone who doesn't know me that well and doesn't know, let's be honest, my kids are going to be my first. If my kids say no, it's a no.
Yeah.
But I also know that my kids are old enough to know what they're talking about. I've had to make that choice in the past, and obviously I pick my kids, but there are some friends that I would totally take what they have to say and weigh it out. And there's some friends I'd be like, you don't even know me like that. So it depends on the friend.
Right. Well, I mean, it's a difficult thing because you're trying to be cautious and not get, go backwards. And, I probably am more willing to listen to my friends now than I was before, in their opinion. But how can they have a true opinion if they haven't sat down and had those real conversations with the person you're dating, like you have? Like, how can they get that same perspective?
Well,
it's a difficult balance. It really is. I mean,
it is, but I think if you have, and that's why I say with Carla, if I've known Carla for 30 years, two of us divorced twice, 3 times, I don't even know anymore. If she says the way you are with this person is not you, I'm going to take some thought to that because she knows me inside and out.
If she says you're changing, you're not being you, authentically you.
She probably knows how I'm going to react to things before I even react at this point. But if it's someone that's an acquaintance, and then we go back to that differentiation between the two people, I'm probably not going to take a lot of it to heart.
So that's the question is also, as a friend of somebody in a new relationship and dating, how do you get into that conversation? If you're seeing something, are you bold enough to say something, or do you just kind of sit back and let time tell? I mean,
that depends. I mean, like, people have asked, if you find out your best friend's husband's cheating on her, are you going to tell her? Nope. I'm not. Because most of the time they're going to take his side, and we're not friends anymore. Just experiences that I've had through other people. I'm going to maybe steer her towards the direction of finding out on her own, but I'm not going to tell her.
So Thomas said he doesn't need his friends' opinions. He just his kids. Okay.
Makes sense.
So if your kids say, nope, don't like her, you kick them? Or, I mean, I'm just curious. I
think it depends on the age of your kids. If you've got a 10 and 12-year-old and they're like, I don't like it. No, they don't even know what they're talking about. Right. 18 and 23. Yeah, my kids are going to win.
Yeah. Yeah, I would absolutely tell her someone was cheating. Yeah. It's a hard one. I've been mad at friends for not telling me.
And did you believe them if they would have told you,
Yeah.
or would you?
Oh yeah.
I've known
yeah.
several people that they were like, "Oh no, he's not."
No. Well,
or they knew he was, but they're not leaving him. So like, it's not happening. And you can't be my friend.
Well, then that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah.
Boy, we're going down a whole different subject.
I just personally would not tell because I would like.
Yeah.
I said I would direct her to maybe tell her.
My kids are grown, so they probably won't give much of an opinion. Okay. All right. And truth is always the best. Yeah. I mean, if you trust your friend, you're going to believe them, right? I mean, if you have a close friend, I mean, do you trust them? Of course you do.
Again, I think it depends on which friend tells me.
That's true. I mean, and I totally agree. I mean, I've had this scenario. So.
Yeah. Well, again,
yeah, but I already in my heart of hearts already knew the truth anyway.
Right.
So
then I backtrack it, and I think if it was Carla, I'm going to tell her. So I guess I can't really say. It would depend on the friend. If it was Carla,
it would depend on the situation.
Yeah,
it would depend on the whole situation. So,
yeah.
I mean, because okay, say you see so and so's husband out at lunch, and there's a woman with him present. Well, you don't know if he's having a business meeting. You don't know the scenario, right? So, I mean, it just depends on the situation.
Stay in my lane. Stay in my lane. Stay in my lane. I drive in my lane. Don't worry.
Well, I think it's more important that you're there for your friend after the fact.
Absolutely.
More so than, either way,
Well, yeah, because I mean, I can remember a day when I think you were at my house at 3 p.m. when I was told. And yeah, that's all you can really do. You have to be there for them when it blows up in their face.
That's right. And you just have to go with it.
And you park your car so they can't get out of the garage, all the stuff.
Yes. You have to be the DD. Yes, you have to be the DD.
I think it all comes back down to the level of friendship, your acquaintance, your friends, your life, your tribe, your ohana, whatever. And yeah, it's all based on that, where the position is.
It is. It depends on the level of friendship. I mean, I had acquaintances tell me, what they think they knew. So
yeah,
I've had acquaintances as much as that goes. So, and then that's when you have to weigh it all out. And that's when you ask your real friends, hey, do you think so-and-so told me the truth? They'd be like, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I know. I don't know. It's
a tough one. It's a tough one, but friendships and, that's it. And I think it's important to have people to help you through things. I think you trying to do it always on our own. Some of us are kind of independent and think that we can handle it, but really it is nice to know when you can reach out to somebody and, be that friend for you, Yeah. And so, Caitlin's saying, oh Lord, I'm not sure what she's saying, oh Lord, about, but
she was there the day that you were there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I mean, in all seriousness though, I think all of it changes too as you age, mature, work on yourself, like all of it.
But if Earl has to die, Earl's got to die.
I gotta struggle. Hey, if we haven't killed anybody
I was listening to Brene Brown the other day in her podcast about she was not talking about being a ride or die, but burying the body friend.
Well, I don't. Carla and I haven't killed anyone yet. Earl's probably safe. Let's just say that.
Yeah, y'all better watch out. I don't know.
First of all, Carla and I have too high of a moral compass to ever kill anybody. Let's just be honest. But
Yeah.
We would think about it, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, see that. Yeah, I don't want them to die. I just want them to suffer. But anyway,
I just want to let them go. Like, just go. Just. I'm not breaking a nail for you, my friend.
Oh, sorry. I just want them to suffer. Yeah, buried. Oh, that's nice to know, Michael. Oh yeah, nice.
I did not see that.
We don't want it. Yeah. I hope the FBI is not looking at our podcast right now. Anyway, YouTube.
Oh goodness.
Well, anyway, what do you guys think? I mean, I like it. I can think of, I have really close friends, probably about 5, this, and there's a book called, The Circle of the 5, and those are your influences, whoever it is that you have around you are your influences. So you need to make sure that they're good for you. You need to make sure you have the right boundaries with them. You need to make sure that, they're good for you. They're not in the toxic levels, and because it's important. I mean, I have, a spiritual advisor as a friend. I mean, I have different levels of friends, and some of those 5 are not even friends with each other. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're from different areas of my life. I have my professional friends, and I have different categories of, how they are and how they enhance my life. And that's what I've always said about any relationship. I want you to be an addition, not a subtraction. If you're subtracting from me in a negative fashion, yeah, you got to go. I mean, it can't work, after too much time. So, shout out Kennedy Beam. Oh, that's nice, Caitlin.
That's my 3rd daughter. Well, and I had a conversation with my sister. It's funny because, like I said, growing up, I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't see the point. And my sister, after my birthday party, she was like, I can't believe, like, it looked like there was tons of people there. Like, that's crazy. How many people did you end up having? And I said, I think there was like 53 people. She was like, wow. And I said, but here's the crazy thing. At least half of those people are people that I know if I called at 3 a.m. would answer the phone and take my call and listen to me. They are people that I can count on. And that's never happened in my life. And that's why I said I'm so blessed because, half of, we'll say 20 to 25 people that I know have my back. I'm pretty lucky.
Yeah, that's true. Well, don't you feel like that is because of the energy that you're now putting out is what you're attracting? It's like now that you opened yourself up to that, because if we have ourselves closed off and we're not allowing people to see us authentically, you don't get the authentic people. So now that you've done that, you've opened that door. And the people are walking in, I mean, I feel like you have to put yourself out there. You have to risk it.
Yeah. When I decided that the hurt was worth the risk.
That's right.
Everything changed.
That's right. That's right. There, if there's no fear,
right. What happens when you're broken and you put yourself back together, nothing else can break you.
Yeah. But if you have that mindset that you have to do this life alone, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Like if you find that, well, I'm going to handle this, I'm going to do this on my own. And I'm speaking of my own experience. Like, I had so many people around me, but at the end of everything, I had no one. And it was amazing to me. I was like, oh my goodness, I set this up. This was my own fault. I had 2 or 3 people. I don't have anybody, but I didn't have many, and it just kind of, it was a shift. It was a mind boggling thing to where that's when I started to look inward and go, oh my gosh, I'm codependent, and I created codependent relationships and friendships. Yep. I thought they were friends, but they were actually just a codependent relationship. And, that's where it gets, difficult. So, it's really up to you. You attract and you receive what you're putting out there.
Yeah.
So of course I was attracting codependent relationships because that's what I was putting out there. I was trying to save everybody and saying, I'm fine. I wasn't fine. I was never fine, and only my true friends, the one, Kim, Nora, who's on here, they're the only ones that, could see that, she's not fine. And it takes really good friends to tell you
Bye,
this.
Carla, love you.
Oh, bye, Carla. So, yeah. Thank you for joining us. So, what do you guys think? I mean, how do you feel like, if you have a negative mindset, you're going to attract negative people. You're going to attract that negative thing.
Yeah, and if you have your heart closed off, because even though I was out and about and I was doing life and I was interacting with people, I realized, even recently, my heart wasn't open. So that blocks things. So you have to really be aware of where you are, where your heart space is, where, like, what your energy is like, all of it. And then once you open all that up, it all comes back to you.
It does. And it's good to have, you showing up authentic brings authentic. So, I mean, that's it. Yep. Well, everybody's jumping off here. I guess, are we running over? Well, yes, we are. We're already at 8. Oh my goodness.
It's time to go.
Oh my goodness. Great. Dinner's ready. I mean, yeah. Oh, and she has a food truck, Island Time Delights. I'm just going to shamelessly plug her right now. Island Time Delights.
I think we should plug our stuff before we say goodbye.
You can go first. Sure. You go ahead.
Okay. So Motivational Mentor Podcast now has 2, almost 3 episodes out on Spotify. Awesome. This show, obviously, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. And, well, that's it. That's not local. So your turn.
I have Sandy Archer Spiritual Health, and I am a spiritual wellness coach. And so I take one-on-one clients. I have a live stream that I will be starting back, probably not until August. And so that's coming. Huh?
Set a date.
Yes. Well, it's next week. August is next week.
Right. Be specific. Which day in August?
Is I will. Probably, August the 1st, which is next Monday, actually. Okay. And I have guests come on. So if you would like to come on my show, I would love to have you on as a guest. And yep, Island Time Delight. She's shameless. It's okay. So connect with me on my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, also Sandy Archer Spiritual Health. So I'm a SASH coach, and I can help you get unstuck from things that you're stuck in and help you in your spiritual path. So I help with spiritual wellness. And so anyway, that's it for us tonight for Chick Chat KC. And thank you guys, all of you guys, for being so interactive and communicative with our conversation about friendships. And I am so thankful for our friendship. And I'm going to shamelessly. Yeah. We're friends for 3 years. Yay. Thank God. So anyway, I will see you guys next week. And Heather, when is your podcast?
It drops every Thursday at midnight.
Every Thursday at midnight. And it's on Apple, all of the different ones, right?
Yeah, it's not on Apple. It's just on Spotify so far.
On Spotify. Sorry. It's on Spotify.
Yep.
So you guys check her out. And we thank you. We will see you next week. Same time, same spot. Bring a taco. It's Taco Tuesday. So you need some tacos. Maybe we'll have tacos next week.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe we should do tacos.
I don't work next Tuesday, so I have time to do that.
All right. We're going to share some tacos. So we want to hear your best recipes. All right, you guys, take care and peace out.